Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So first I wanted to talk about a little bit of a breakthrough, because usually I, pre-write all of my food, and I usually write more food than I actually need. It may be within my calories, but probably the high end. And often I'll put a dessert by the end of the night, meaning ice cream or, some kind of a fruit sherbet, something, sorbet, that I make myself. But anyway, for some reason last night, I ate my mega salad, which it is by all accounts, and suddenly had this calm come upon me that just said it was enough. Like, it was really weird. I can't even explain it because I don't really have the words yet. But it was a sense that I was actually, for the first time ever in my entire life, eating for health and not overly satisfying myself or trying to compensate. I had just had enough and was content with completely lovely raw food. And I was like, wait, what? Who is this? It was awesome. I don't really have the words for it because it was so new to me. It was like when I first started even trying to be vegan, let alone raw, and would lay in bed at night going, something's wrong. And I realized what was wrong was that my stomach wasn't bloated or overly full or uncomfortable. I wasn't having acid reflux. Like, something just felt like it was missing. What was missing was poison. And I literally had to work at getting comfortable with not being full and letting that be okay. And that's kind of how it was last night with dinner. I was like, I'm satiated. I only had raw food. I had enough. I not panicking over dessert. It was so interesting. And I would say tonight was much the same. It was just last night was the first time that I ever had that sensation before. So interesting, right? How familiar are you with that? So I just wanted to say again, yay to all those people who are choosing to be completely raw and rebounding. And as I suggested, I'd been injured on my own. I injured myself. I, didn't rebound on and off. And when I finally did, I went for broke and pulled muscles in my tummy and pulled a muscle in my leg. And all of a sudden it was like, I do not want to know what it's like to not rebound on a regular basis ever again, because it's so fantastic. But I did overdo it. And so the day before yesterday, I did 5 minutes. Yesterday, I did 8 minutes. Today, I'm going to do 10. And I am gently just working myself back up to what I feel is most comfortable, which is 20 minutes. Though sometimes when I can, I'm doing a little bit more to kind of get back in line with my rebounder challenge. My favorite of all time is 27, and that's just my favorite number. So tomorrow is my husband's birthday on the 27th of September. He was supposed to be a preemie, and technically was due on December 27th, which is my birthday. So that was kind of neat. He ended up arriving very early, but I just enjoy that number. And so for me, 27 minutes is just a really comfortable number. But, it varies. I try not to play too many games or do superstitions on numbers and things like that. But I just wanted to check in because I am in the middle of parent-teacher conferences, and technically all of my progress reports are supposed to be done, and they most certainly are not. And I am double teaching because I'm teaching for the other class and my class, and I'm just trying to find balance. I don't feel like I'm taking any risks anymore, though. Like, I never imagined being let go from my previous teaching position. And since I was, I'm acutely aware that it is a right that they have. I mean, that idea of tenure where you're locked into a permanent position after 3 years is real. I was locked in with LA Unified for 6 years, and I took a risk to go to Paramount Unified, and I was locked in with Paramount Unified for 18 years. And then I dared to take another risk, not really realizing that I was getting older, which is something that's very much against you. Who knew? And that, some factors would come into play. Certainly that younger teachers don't cost as much, even though they don't honor anywhere near my years. They only honor 11 years, and it's my 25th. Some districts only honor 5 or 6 years. It's really sad. But anyway, so now I know that they can let me go every year if they want. They can certainly let me go before the 3rd year when they make me permanent. So now I just know to expect that. I will never be as devastated again. I had to get back into the game of interviewing and figuring out how to use EdJoin and do all those things that, newbie teachers do. But now I'm willing to just speak my mind. I've always been someone who did, but usually, like, people recommend that in the first year or two, you don't. I'm never good at that. But now, on behalf of others who seem to have no voice, I am just speaking up, and they can do with it what they will. No matter what, I'm locked into a contract for a year, and if they choose to let me go at the end of the year, I will take my light elsewhere, and now I know how to do all of the things. So I'm not living in fear. I'm living in truth. I'm living in grace, God's grace. I always answer to God before humans, and I'm just going to stay with that mindset. I am not a prisoner to any job or anyone. Do you ever get a nosebleed when you're standing up on that mountain, Juliana? No. All right, I will get off the high horse. I will get off that mountaintop. I've got to get back to my work, but I wanted to check in. Let me know what's up with you. How was your day? I was raw, and I rebounded, and I'm loving that. And of course, I'm just on track for all the goals we've made for the best version of ourselves in that new year. So, until we talk again, like if you like, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know how you are in the comments below, and especially if you have any prayer requests. I love to pray for people, and I believe that it's true. I'm going to have a talk on how to pray tomorrow. All right, peace be with you, and until we talk again, trust that you're blessed.